Welcome back to Stooge Stream. This is the WCPW recap show. I'm your host, the Knockout Fiona, and I'm joined by my Arn Anderson to my Ric Flair.
4 Horsemen for life! Woo!
The Stooge. Yes, that's the Stooge.
That's me. Welcome. It's episode 14. Can you believe it? 14 episodes of WCPW loaded. It is just happening week after week. We get pay-per-view quality matches. It's an amazing promotion. I'm so happy WCPW exists.
You're fired up, Stooge.
I try. What have we got on the card?
Yes, further to that, yes, I'm very happy WCPW exists, especially in the landscape of turbulence in the other promotion that we absolutely love. Yeah.
But we'll cover that on the Impact
Exactly.
recap with G Banks.
Here we're all about the WCPW. We're all about Newcastle upon Tyne in the glorious UK. This episode of Loaded, we opened with the general manager, Adam Patchitti, backstage announcing a very interesting match at True Legacy, the new upcoming pay-per-view that's not an iPay-per-view, just the special edition.
Internet special.
Yeah. So Patchitti said, he's giving it back to the fans, his glorious fans, that if Cody Rhodes wins at this episode of Loaded in his title match against Joseph Connors, he will then go on to defend the title against Kurt Angle at True Legacy.
Oh,
which would be awesome. And imagine then if Angle won and then took it off with him elsewhere and toured with it. That'd be great.
We'll talk about the actual intricacies later on the show, but I don't care as long as I get to see Angle. Title match, not title match. Angle wrestling a jobber. I don't care. Just as long as I get to see Angle, I'm a happy man.
Cody is far from a jobber. Come on.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. He gets to face off against Cody Rhodes, which is one of the greatest in the world today. So
that's right.
It's going to be awesome.
The flip side of that being, if Connors won at that match tonight on the Loaded episode, then Hendry and Connors will be facing off for the title at True Legacy.
Local hero!
It's a win-win for fans either way.
Either way. I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
I'm happy because I get to see Cody Rhodes and Kurt Angle either way.
I believe hashtag thank you Adam Patchitti.
I believe hashtag fuck you Adam Patchitti is more appropriate.
Well, Loaded itself then kicked off straight away with in-ring action. It was a women's match to start the card. The American Kimber Lee versus Little Miss Roxy. We saw Kimber Lee beat up Little Miss Roxy last week, so this is their retribution match, grudge match.
We did.
Well, Little Miss Roxy really did not get a lot of retribution here as Kimber Lee dominated the match and really kind of overpowered her, I hate to say it.
And took the win, which storyline makes sense because she's the heel coming in. They're going to put her up against Nixon Newell again, which is the face. They need to draw some heat on her to make her a bit more of a heel.
Yeah, she had beef coming off her loss against Nixon Newell at the internet pay-per-view Refuse to Lose.
So this really works with the story. Roxy as well is new to the business, as they said on commentary.
Apparently, yeah.
She hasn't been around for a long time. I believe, a year or something like that. So her winning kind of doesn't make sense either. So
she's doing very well.
Yeah, but it was a good match. For somebody with such little experience versus somebody which apparently has a lot of experience, there can be gaps there. And you can see someone carrying and so forth. And look, admittedly, Kimber Lee was definitely the ring general. She was controlling the match. But Little Miss Roxy was keeping pace with her. For somebody with as little experience as she has, damn, that girl's got a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, she moves well and sells well. Look, she took a great series of Germans. She took them like a trooper.
Oh,
Suplex City. The crowd was not quick to point out. Or was
quick to point out. That was rough. That was a rough series of suplex after suplex. Oh,
I think it was about 5 or 6.
But yeah, just watching it, after the first 2, you just started feeling sorry for her because she's so small, but then she got up and fired back. So you're like, yes, cool. It showed that she has a lot of heart and a lot of character behind her.
Kimber Lee did come up with the win with a big power bomb though. She sort of shut her down. Yeah, exactly. So showing her dominance and her power, and then she continued that by grabbing a chair and wanting to give Little Miss Roxy a big whack with said chair, but she was promptly stopped by Nixon Newell to the rescue, who ran out, but she ended up taking the chair shot in turn.
Which again, as I said, makes sense story-wise and builds towards their confrontation. Speaking of Nixon Newell, very quickly before I forget, congratulations on being this month's FSM Spotlighted Wrestler.
Oh, nice.
So that's awesome.
We better grab this issue.
Yeah, it'll arrive in Australia in 3 months,
Yeah,
so
great.
we'll see it then. But in the meantime, congratulations.
Ends of the earth down here, apparently. So Kimber Lee, she left, having sent a clear message. She left the two other ladies sort of writhing in the ring, and they left together. Potential tag team match could be on the horizon here, with Nixon and Little Miss Roxy together again, with Kimber Lee and another formidable Healy lady.
Alex Windsor.
Yeah, or someone new again. Why
Yeah,
not?
why not?
Bring them all in.
All right, that was a good match and great way to open the show. And what did we have next?
Well, next we cut backstage to a promo with our favourites, or my favourite, Gabriel Kidd and Prince Armeen.
It was a really good promo. I like the fact that this is it's building up to an inevitable confrontation, but
Yes.
it doesn't mean in the meantime they can't do something. So it's Gabriel Kidd trying to appeal to Prince Armeen's, common sense of let's team up, let's enter this tournament, let's be tag team champions. Come on, we can do this. And Prince Armeen,
Well, of course,
Still-
he found it a little bit disdainful because that would mean they'd have to be somewhat equals.
Yeah.
And he did reaffirm that Kidd is still his manservant after all.
but he'll think about it. And that leads to a warm-up match that they're going to have this evening.
Yes, yeah, Kidd proposed, let's have a warm-up match, which will come a little bit later on.
Yeah.
After this, we went straight into match number 2, which was, well, I think this was a bit of a grudge match. Travis Banks and Martin Kirby.
The Kiwi Buzzsaw.
Yes, Banks certainly had his work cut out for him being pitted up against fan favourite Martin Kirby.
Kirby is so over.
Just over.
The WWE writers, take note. This is how you turn a heel to a face and get someone over. They did it organically. They did it slowly. They let him get the audience on his side. They didn't just flip him one day. It happened over a course of a couple of months, over a very slow story arc where he was definitely the dirty heel.
But I don't even think he was drawing that much heat as a heel.
No, he wasn't. He was getting the crowd over, so they let him slowly turn himself. And now
Exactly.
he's legitimate. And they keep saying on commentary, it's like, this is the first time he's been noticed on an international scale, and people are taking Martin Kirby seriously now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
In one hand. On the other hand, it's like, dude, where's everyone been for the past 10 years?
Yeah.
Admittedly, we haven't seen much of
No,
Martin Kirby.
but we've been putting him over since we did see him.
from second one. So, where have you been? This guy's a great talent, and I can't believe it's taken this long for him to get over. And so, thank you, WCPW, for giving him a platform.
Yeah, exactly.
And Travis Banks, god damn, he's good. And look, I'm not a fan of Kiwis because I'm Australian. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Putting it out there. We're not the closest of
I think
friends.
it's an English-Welsh thing or something.
It's
the
something
equivalent.
very
there's,
similar, yeah.
Americans, Canadians.
And Australians and Kiwis, right?
Yeah.
But he is uber talented, even if he's dumb enough to wear a New Zealand flag to the ring. He's really, really talented. No, I actually like his look. I like his gimmick.
Yeah.
It works really well.
He's a good actor as well. Does
fantastic
comedy kill.
personality,
Yeah.
The personality just bleeds through.
Exactly. Well, Banks went on the attack as soon as Kirby got into the ring. Like I said, he knew that, he was pitted against the fan favourite. So he tried to draw some heat through the match by attempting to mock Kirby with his own Zoidberg elbow.
Which was cute.
Yeah, he sort of gave the crowd a few, what-ups and fuck yous.
Yeah.
Kirby, of course, got his lovely delayed vertical suplex on Banks, and followed by the poke to the eye. Yeah, Banks went out to the crowd then and tried to wipe his face on someone's shirt. And stuff.
That was actually a really good segment because he has his eyes closed. So what he did was reached out and felt someone's arm, and then reached up their arm until he got to their shirt, then pulled the guy close and wiped his face with the guy's shirt.
He's very good at physical comedy.
Great actor. Great actor.
Through the match, the crowd started their own version of Kirby-oki. There's quite a few songs they cover off in there, actually, if you go back and listen.
They do. They love themselves in
Banks tells them
karaoke.
to shut up, you know.
It's great.
Banks then later on got him Kirby up for his own vertical suplex, which did not end as successfully. Kirby then picked up the pace. Travis Banks slows it down quite a lot. He's that hard style, that strong style.
The Kiwi Buzzsaw.
Yeah.
And he does very much work in this mix of Japanese and independent American style, and it just meshes so well. He is uber talented.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying him more and more. Like, I don't particularly like him in kayfabe land.
Yeah,
but
in kayfabe land, Kiwi idiot. In reality, dude, I really enjoy your performance and your work. It's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Look, as the match was getting on, the crowd were just getting more and more fired up behind Kirby. So Banks did get a couple, like, some really nice, like, hard hits, a nice submission there, proving why he is the Kiwi buzzsaw.
Yeah. There's some great back and forth segments of, submissions and chain wrestling and high spots, and it kind of just this
comedy, but
yeah,
it was a
comedy
good match.
and like
Solid.
it had a bit of everything, and it flowed really nicely. Like when we were supposed to take them seriously, we took them seriously. When we were supposed to have a laugh, we had a laugh. Like it all just clicked.
These two worked very well together indeed. Kirby, though, got the win, which I think he needed to, or the crowd may have revolted. Yeah, with his massive sable bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually going to give this co-match of the night.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this was normally, on any other card, on any other night, this was match of the night.
Yeah. it was.
Anywhere in the world. Except there was another match later on that I thought was really, really good too, completely different. And we're going to have to go co-match. But we'll talk about that later.
Last episode and this episode of Loaded have been pay-per-view quality matches. You're right, Stooge.
Yeah.
Next, we go to another backstage segment in the corridors of the WCPW arena, or the O2 arena at Newcastle. Patchitti's loitering in the corridors, and he grabs El Ligero as he comes in, telling him that Prince Armeen and Gabriel Kidd have requested a warm-up match for the tag team title tournaments. So Patchitti has decided to pair El Ligero with El Desperado, who you may remember from the pay-per-view Refuse to Lose.
Because lucha and things.
No,
That's a
lucha things.
Lucha things. Yeah, that's a direct quote. Because lucha things.
Lucha things. At least he didn't go as far as to say Mexican things.
Oh, come on. That was great, though. Because lucha things.
Lucha things. And that match starts now. If you watch closely, El Ligero just sort of does a bit of a look at the ground and shake his head in disbelief and dismay, and oh god, you're a dickhead kind of shit.
And then just wanders off for his match anyway.
Yeah, exactly, because he is a worker, he is a pro.
Of course.
Before that match, however, we had a little interlude of Primate versus Rampage.
Sorry, I'm giggling to myself just because every time I think of El Ligero now, I think of El Patron saying to him in Spanish, "Are you fucking kidding me? He doesn't even speak Spanish." Sorry. Yeah.
Well, this, as I said, interlude of Primate versus Rampage. A palate cleanser match? I don't think so.
No.
Look, this was a teaser match. We really didn't get to see a lot from these guys. Some savage hits and some takedowns and spears, but Primate attacked Rampage straight off the bat, throws him around, seems to dominate, but really it takes a lot more than a few tosses and spears to stop Rampage and get the better of him.
Yeah. These are two beasts.
Yeah.
They're beasts. Look at just look at them side on. Look at how thick these human beings are. It is crazy.
Rampage may on the surface appear to be like a larger human being than Primate, but he is a tough mofo.
Oh, yeah. But both of them, they're so actually thick people, so stocky and powerful. When you... It's terrifying,
It is.
like, just to see... Could you imagine seeing these two in a real fight in the back alley? People would just run. It's terrifying.
Other way, yeah. Even Alex Shane was like, "Oh no, they're coming out close our way at some point."
It's amazing to watch, but the work rate these guys have as well is incredible.
Well, it didn't take long for this match to end up outside the ring. And Primate at one point turned on the referee, who was just trying to get some order in tow, and delivers a massive spear on him.
Smash smashed that little dude.
I assume at this point the match got thrown out. It was a little bit unclear. Yeah.
The next ref came in and just went, fucking ring that bell, we're done.
Yeah. And then, of course, security.
Blackhead emo jobber was there.
Yeah, and friends. Jobber and friends came into the ring and tried to break up the two of them unsuccessfully. Prospect came out at that point, which was a little bit confusing.
And pulled Primate out.
Yeah, it seemed to be clear that James R. Kennedy may have designs on Primate.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Gabriel Kidd came out to sort of comfort Rampage.
No, I think we're going to see a tag team match.
Yeah.
And I think it would be very cool to see Gabriel Kidd and Rampage versus two of Prospect, one of Prospect and
Primate.
And Primate, with the other guys being dodgy. And Prince Armeen being on their side.
Who's that?
Being a Prospect and being dodgy outside of the ring and trying to distract Gabriel Kidd and stuff. What are you doing? Like, that would be great.
You heard it here first, Adam Blompied and writing team.
Your your excellent booking. No, I'm kidding.
And we will take credit for it if you do follow this storyline.
What I also liked about this match as well is because both these guys do like to get outside. Notice that nobody's going in the crowd anymore.
Or really smashing into the barriers too much.
Too much. It's good. I like this level of it. Yeah. Like, try and keep it here just for the safety of, like, not only the audience, but the performers themselves. Like, you can still express how dangerous these people are without going into the crowd and potentially hurting someone. Like a kid in a wheelchair that got knocked over. Which was the last time we saw anyone out there, ironically.
That's true. It probably made his year.
Oh, yeah, probably. But you still don't want to be like, okay, don't be knocking people in wheelchairs over. That's not cool. I'm just putting that message out there for everyone in society. It's not a cool thing to do. Dude rolls past in a wheelchair. Don't knock him over. Like, don't throw your body at him.
Well, having said minimal crowd interference, can I just point out, Primate did spit his fake Primate blood in the face of one of the audience members.
And later on, that same dude got sprayed with water.
Yeah.
And
is it his birthday? Like,
I don't know. All right, so next up.
Well, this brought us back to the tag team match between El Ligero and El Desperado. Prince Armeen and Gabriel Kidd.
So I like the dynamics in this. Just before we even get into the match itself, having a face and a heel on each team.
Yes.
That's very cool. You don't see that too often.
So it wasn't a very clear face-heel showdown. Yeah, it was a mixed. Well, Kidd, I've highlighted here, he just is getting more and more over.
Every week.
And I feel that he was the standout performer in this match.
Yeah, him and El Ligero just through the roof in this match. But Gabriel Kidd in particular, wow. Like, every week he just gets better and better and better in that ring and outside of it. But yeah, wow, that was great.
With his mic skills and acting skills. Yeah, El Ligero is on point. He is
El Ligero.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, the Lucha Stuff tag team of Ligero and Desperado together was an interesting combination because, as you said, Desperado's a heel and he was a bit of a prick throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
Ligero and Kidd, got to open things up.
Yeah.
Start off together. Nice sort of series of lockups, a nice little comedy spot with a drop toe hold sequence where Kidd got a lovely drop toe hold on Ligero early on, and Ligero tried to go for his own and had Kidd's leg trapped. And there's a little sort of back
a little
and
bit of
forth
comedy.
And
I love at the same time, El Desperado's, who, if you don't remember, is Minoru Suzuki's apprentice. Yeah. And he plays a Mexican character as well, even though he's Japanese. Which is ironic because El Ligero plays a Mexican character, though he's from the north of England. But I love the shenanigans. He was, like, the whole time this match is going on, he's drawing his own heat, like, by going over to the commentary table and stealing DBL's water and spraying it in that dude's face. And just doing shenanigans. And he was really entertaining as well. Like, when he got into the ring, he was great, and his performance was fantastic. But just all of the stuff he did for, like, the first 10 minutes of the match outside of the ring was uber entertaining. It was hard to keep your eyes off him because you're like, wait, what's he doing? At the same time, though, you're seeing this classic between Gabriel Kidd and El Ligero. Then you're like, wait, stop doing stuff, El Desperado. I want to watch this.
Dave Bradshaw at one point while this was going on, when Desperado had either Armeen or Kidd or both outside the ring, got the call of the night off, I have to say, to Alex Shane saying, "You just get worse every week."
Yeah, it's amazing.
In total exasperation.
Oh, no. I think the call of the night also in this match was when Alex Shane said, if El Desperado and El Ligero had a kid, do you think it'd have horns or wings? And Alex Shane, instantly, the dude...
Without missing a beat.
The dude didn't even finish his sentence, goes, that's not the question.
Look, as you said, Desperado was outside of the ring and not really in the match officially for quite a while. When he did finally get in, he had a nice showing against Armeen. Armeen did get a lovely sort of spine buster, I think.
Oh, that was...
on him. Armeen does do some good power
that
moves.
was a great
surely
spine buster.
he's an enhancement worker overall.
No, he's a good wrestler. Like, they've just got him in that position here. They're enhancing Gabriel Kidd, who he clearly is either trains with, or really likes.
Yeah.
And he just wants to get this kid over, so he's happy to play the comedy doof to get him over. But no, you can see his spots are dead on. His timing is fantastic. That spine buster was perfect.
Yes, well, he then later on nearly got the win on El Ligero with his double underhook face plant.
It's kind of a double underhook pedigree variation.
Yeah, but Desperado pulled out pulled out the ref, I should say. And then he got in for a low blow on Armeen because he's just a dodgy Japanese Mexican. And Ligero then picked up the wave with his win with his Mexican wave,
which is a huge frog splash.
Yeah, it's a jump across the ring. Yeah, it's just a frog splash.
Very Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually tuck himself in like Ligero did.
Different.
It just just like a throwing dive. Yeah.
So, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
I gave a co-match of the night.
All right.
This is the other one. Travis Banks and Martin Kirby were spectacular because it was this comedy, technical wrestling spectacle. And these guys did the same thing, but with a tag team. There was comedy spots. Everyone got highlighted. As you said at the very beginning, Gabriel Kidd came out of this looking like roses, which was the whole point of this match.
Yeah. He was the standout performer, for sure.
Which was the point. This is what they're trying to tell you, which is what they're trying to get over. And the fact that Prince Armeen, well, he's not that bad, really. And that kind of got over a little bit as well.
I like Prince Armeen.
But, El Desperado is a real ass, and El Ligero is still like the uber face. And so they got over this story while having a great match with lots of spots. Now, spot matches can be difficult sometimes, and there's botches and up. Didn't really see anything.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
I didn't notice a single one. Everyone highlighted themselves. They told a great story. They had fun, though. That was a great part. They had fun. El Ligero flipped Prince Armeen off at the end, and El Desperado, and the crowd popped, and the crowd had a great time with this match. And I think that's why I had a great time with this match as well. So this is my other co-match of the night.
Wow, that is a big call considering
I know what's coming up.
Now up to our main event.
I know. And this match was spectacular too.
And that main event, of course, being none other than the challenger, Cody Rhodes, versus the WCPW heavyweight champion, Joseph Connors.
100. And I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say this for the second time. On any other night, on any other card, anywhere else in the world,
pay-per-view,
this match was match of the night. Cody Rhodes versus Joseph Connors.
Quality. Yeah,
it's beyond pay-per-view quality. This is match of the night on most cards anywhere in the world, but just not tonight, not on this card, because we had so much just great traditional entertaining wrestling over and over and over that they came in third place. How the hell does Joseph Connors and Cody Rhodes come in third place on a card? It's ridiculous.
They might have to start following the newfound WWE formula and flip reversing things and having the main event at the beginning.
Even the women's match was spectacular. It was amazing. I would have put that way up there on most cards, but tonight it just wasn't because we just had such spectacles.
Exactly. Well, I have to say, a highlight of this match, of course, for me was that Joe Hendry came out first of all to join the commentary team.
This is what I'm saying. Joe Hendry on comedy.
Can I just say, Alex Shane was giving Hendry shit all throughout the match, and even Dave Bradshaw was coming to his defense.
But Hendry shut him down many a time.
Hendry held his own and gave it back.
Gave him a little speech about how much of an idiot he is, and then we're here to talk about the match. How about we start paying attention to that? That was just shooting him down over and over. It was brilliant.
Well, the match itself, Connors actually did come out and faced off with Hendry as he walked past the announce table. Connors with his lovely heelish dead eyes and his obsession with his precious, title belt. Yeah.
He's so good.
It started off with Rhodes picking up a series of scoop slams.
Yeah.
I think there was about 5. On Joseph Connors.
This spot.
Launched into what you were saying about Rhodes overall, Stooge. Would you like to tell our audience?
I would. So if you go watch Cody Rhodes, right, he doesn't do the most flashy, spectacular moves in the world. He does what he does, but he does it so well and so tightly that you don't notice he doesn't do any flashy, spectacular moves. Like, he's not a dude that jumps off the top rope 4 times in a match. He's not a guy that will put people into like 15 different submissions and blah, blah, blah. But what he does so well. It's and that little bit at the beginning where he's just scooping him up, slam, turns around, scoop, slam, scoop. Go watch that. It was perfect and precise, and the timing was great. And both of them clearly had to work together to do that. But Cody Rhodes is technically extremely gifted in that ring, and he knows it.
They talk a lot about the young, upcoming British talent wrestlers being a throwback to the World of Sport days and the old British wrestling. But surely Rhodes then is a throwback to the American
NWA days, to the Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair era, to the Ricky Steamboats, and Ricky Steamboat was another one. Ricky Steamboat, he jumped off the top ropes here and there, but he didn't do it 50,000 times. That's why, in a match, that's why when he did it, it was important. But everything he did amazingly. Ric Flair, everything he does amazingly, except when he was drunk in TNA, so we ignore that. And this is another one, Cody Rhodes, everything he does so well. It's that NWA old school, technical Southern wrestling style.
Yeah, he's really invigorated, his passion for the business, and the crowd, I think, sense that and are really behind him.
100%.
Look, I didn't make a lot of play-by-play notes on this match because I was really enjoying it. I really was getting quite into it. I think a lot of feedback out on the interwebs is that people have a new respect for Joseph Connors. God knows why they didn't have that before.
Yeah.
He really held his own.
Been putting him over forever.
Rhodes through his paces. Rhodes sold it so well that he was getting worked over by Connors, and it was bringing everything he had to try and beat him.
Oh, both of them. Excuse me, I'm getting worked up. By the end, I honestly, and I didn't think, I really kind of wanted them to just break kayfabe for a minute and shake hands. And then Connor's spit at him to be the bad guy again and roll off, But because it kind of deserved that. It was really good. He pushed Rhodes to his limits and Rhodes pushed Connors to his limits. Yeah. And it was, for a lot of people, if you'd watched it flat prior to this, going into a match with Joe Hendry, Connors is at the disadvantage. Even though he's a champion, because Hendry's faced Kurt Angle, he's a much bigger name, and Now they're not. Now they're on equal footing.
Good point, Stooge. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly can't wait for True Legacy.
Yeah.
But for this match, at one point they went outside the ring. Connors threw Rhodes into Joe Hendry on the announce table, to which Hendry took significant umbrage. Had a little bit of showdown with Connors. Rhodes then pulled out his dashing Cody Rhodes mask from WWE.
Just for a bit of a pop, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit random. It probably wasn't necessary.
No, well, but he had to hit him with something, so why not use that?
But he's the face. Why would he need to hit him with something?
Because he's Cody Rhodes. He can get away with it.
Okay, yeah. So the ref was distracted by Rhodes pulling that out and missed a roll-up that Rhodes got on Connors. So there was a 3 count, but it wasn't called.
Yeah.
And then Connors grabbed Rhodes for a roll-up of his own, which resulted in the pin. Yeah, grabbed his tights very clearly.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, I really, really liked it. And the fallout from after the match as well of Joe Hendry and Cody Rhodes and Connors in the ring.
Connors was exiting. Hendry had enough of his crap, got behind him as Connors turned around, got a lovely sort of uppercut on him. Connors then ran away.
Yeah, it was great. It told the story it needed to tell and close the show really nicely.
Oh no, hang on. Hendry got a lovely freak of nature on Joseph
Connors. Yeah.
You can't forget that.
Yeah. As I said though, that last sort of bit with him and Cody Rhodes standing there, it closed the show. The way close the show leading to a bigger event. Even though it's not this, the event's coming up in a little bit.
Surely it's teasing for a Hendry
Rhodes
showdown, show off, face off,
So we've got some time, so close the show with something that we know we're going to need to fill a couple of weeks. I'd love to see Cody Rhodes in there with Joe Hendry.
They put each other over, but there's a bit of heat there. Yeah. So at the end of the show though, Joe Hendry left and Cody cut a really lovely, heart-wrenching promo about falling back in love with the business, about missing his dad and what it all sort of meant to him, culminating for the events of the past couple of years. And now he's back doing his own thing and he loves it and loves being there. And there were a few little tears welling.
I nearly did the Affleck, the single tear. The face turned and one tear rolls down my cheek. Nearly, but I got misty. It was good.
Yeah, I'm a sympathy cry. If I see someone else cry, I want to start. So.
It was a great.
It was heartwarming and feels all over. And again, it just solidifies why we love that WCPW is a legitimate offering now.
Yeah, 100%. It's. In a very short period of time, it's the number 2 promotion in the world. It doesn't matter what you say, what you think. WCPW is here to stay, and they make big waves every week to prove it.
Speaking of waves, Mexican waves.
So thank you so much for listening.
I'm your host, the Knockout Fiona.
And I'm the Stooge Rick. Adventure, excitement. A Stooge craves not these things. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.